Lord of Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servant beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your Godhead. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their haven souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Infrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stands against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God, your words are my bread. Impossible, by what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, the frail mortal frame can serve as vessels to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon you. The truth of thine allegiance wafers clear. Thou art of godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Let's go kick some whatever you want. And that's that one done. And another crystal to my circle. Pray forgive my lateness. I was led by a congregation of Amalia zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for us too, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Temu. Had I known the mission would prove to be dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Dryburn, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking old Dad's interference into account. We should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given their troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was out worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but this is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I shall spare him the trouble of punishing you. If allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behaviour. Well, let's exit. Yes, leave duty. Yeah, I got a recommendation. Got a commendation. All I did was shoot a bar a few times. Maybe. Right. Ah, there you are, Temu. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity after witnessing their gods' ominous defeat. The Almagia will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you, or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of the man. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Temu. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning. When she hears of your deeds, I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You meanwhile have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Look at you prattle on. Yes, I want to go there. Better for going there. I'll get a wristband. Where? No, that way. Okay. Pentaloton. And over this. And over this. Free rides, I've got a Cascadia uniform, a Cascadia uniform voucher, and I've got air freight tickets, 46 of them. I don't use them that much because we can get to level 25. I only have 5 more levels to get to. Yes. Let's see. Yo. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his return. He is presently in a solar giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Temu her life. I wasn't there when the Imalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Infrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. This I am failing you all. What done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Temu, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Heroic? Thancred has told me everything you have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniable. Great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Imalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Uldar. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require more concentrated sorts of aether crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leads us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all's well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is the coming together of our etheric coalescence which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom sacrificed with such reverence as their adherence freely gives, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Infrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental to dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. Recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, temu. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled the Infrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she's intended to or no, I'm feeling neglects to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that was rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, the information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. There is the existently strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but to worship. And so we Scions continue our fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, temu. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. God forgive me, how many more times? Louis Wire would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Damn, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, mate. You need to chill and relax. Okay, yo, Minfilia. Accept. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you travelled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Yida and Papalima that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us that you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won the fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Temu, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons! Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understanding that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Laminza, to offer said hero a place of honour within our ranks. As you can see, Temu, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organisation would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of the high regards for you. I find myself wondering how word of Temu's deeds spread so quickly that the Immortal Flame should know of her triumphs is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Eep! Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Longstrider. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. I know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome amongst us. The Order of Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Longstrider. My comrades speak of you in most glowing terms. A woman of your talents belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Uldar. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminza to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia? Very well. So I am quite sure you need no reminding. Perhaps a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organisations empowered to call upon the martial, economic and technological resources of their representatives, city-states in times of strife. There are presently three such organisations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Laminza, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Uldar. Every Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defence and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavours. If you are agonising over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, by Attis, the commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the Free City States are planning to hold a remembrance service. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each crime company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. And you as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, lady. Let temu hear our leader speak. Then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answers. Answer. I know full well that the adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the disciplines of military service, but I strongly urge you to join the Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Timo, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet learn that uh, great power is one to attract attention. Not all of it is friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must need to be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many. A friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organisation need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The Twelves know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. Grand companies seek to protect those of their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of yours as a whole. Similar yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry the link pearl with you at all times. It will allow you to stay in touch regardless of location. The Aussie is changing to you, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but as long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembrance houses are due to take place. 6 in it, yep.